They asked me what I'll do if it doesn't work out. I didn't answer, because I never considered that option. There is no plan B, only success. I came from a place where dreams don't get chosen, where people stay broken and silence stays golden, where hope gets replaced by survival and coping, and faith gets tested when doors stay closing. I watched them quit before they even started. Talk big dreams, but their actions departed. I stayed in the dark when the lights weren't charted. Built my own path when the world seemed heartless. They said be realistic, don't aim for the sky. I said I'd rather die than not even try. So I burned every bridge that could pull me behind. I felt you can't reach me, I left it outside. Every laugh in my face turned into my fuel. Every doubt that they gave me became my rule. I stopped asking for help, I stopped playing it cool, because comfort was keeping me stuck in that school. I don't look back, I don't hesitate. Every scar on my soul only elevating my fate. If I fall, I don't break, I recalibrate. Turn the pain into power, then dominate. No plan B, only success. I was built from the stress. Every loss was a test. Now I rise, nothing less. No plan B, I'm obsessed. I don't sleep, I don't rest. I was born for this quest. No plan B, only success. Now I move like a storm they can't forecast. Every setback I had couldn't hold me back. I turned midnight failures into lifelong stacks, and rebuilt my identity from all my cracks. I don't chase validation, I chase execution. I don't fear rejection, I fear no solution. I learned that excuses are mental pollution, so I cleaned out my mind like a revolution. They see the results, not the war that I fought, not the nights I was lost in the thoughts I was caught, not the times I had nothing but still held my pride, like a soldier refusing to drop what he's got. Now my silence is heavy, my presence is loud. I don't need a crowd, I outgrew the crowd. Every doubt that they spoke, I turned into proud. Now I walk like I earned every breath in this town. No backup, no safety, no fallback plan. Only blood, sweat, tears in these hands. If I fail, I return with a stronger command, because quitting was never part of my brand. No plan B, only success. I was built from the stress. Every loss was a test. Now I rise, nothing less. No plan B, I'm obsessed. I don't sleep, I don't rest. I was born for this quest. No plan B, only success. I don't recognize the man I used to be. He was scared of the truth, I set him free. Now I speak in results, not possibility. I don't hope for success, I live it fully. Every failure I had was a hidden lesson. Every wound on my path was a silent blessing. Now I turn every doubt into lethal aggression, and I move like my life is my only confession. They said I give up when the pressure got heavy, but I got built for the storm, I stay ready. I don't shake, I don't break, I stay steady, like a blade that was forged in the fire already. If I fall, I rise again harder. If I break, I rebuild smarter. No plan B in my DNA, only success in my fate. Even silence tried to kill my ambition, but I turned every doubt into ammunition. Now I walk through the field with precision, because success is not luck, it's decision. It's decision. No plan B, only success. I was built from the stress. Every loss was a test. Now I rise, nothing less. No plan B, I'm obsessed. I don't sleep, I don't rest. I was born for this quest. No plan B, only success. They asked me what I would do if I fail. I smiled, because failure was never part of the plan. They told me failure means stop, but I learned it means start again. Because failure wasn't my end, it was my first teacher. Yeah, I was built in the moments nobody will witness, where dreams get deleted and hope feels distant. where every attempt felt like digging the grave, and every small win got washed by the waves. I didn't grow up with guidance or safety, just trial and error that slowly shaped me. Every no I heard was a silent instruction. Every fall I survived was mental construction. They laughed at the struggle they thought would define me, but failure was shaping the man inside me. I broke more times than I ever got praise, but every mistake was a path that I laid. I failed in the dark when no one could see, but that's where I met the real version of me. No applause, no crowd, just silence and pain, but I learned how to stand when I felt no gain. I don't run from the past, I study the scars. Every wound I survived rewire my heart. What they call the end, I call the start, because failure was teaching me who I am. Failure was my first teacher, taught me how to go deeper. Every loss made me stronger, now I don't break anymore. Failure was my first teacher, turned my pain into procedure. Now I rise even higher than I ever was before. Now I see every loss like a hidden lesson. Every setback I faced was a silent blessing. I stopped asking why me and started to listen to the voice of my pain that was building precision. I learned discipline lives in the moments of failure when nobody's watching and nothing can save you. That's what character forms in the fire of pressure. That's what weak turns too strong under mental pressure. I used to fear falling, now I welcome the ground, because every time I hit it I learn to stand proud. They see confidence now, not the nights I collapsed, not the times I was lost in my broken past, but I built myself slowly from pieces of wrong. Turned every mistake into part of my song. Now I walk like I earned every scar that I got, because failure was teaching me what I am not. No shortcuts, no luck, just lessons repeated. Every failure I faced, I studied and defeated. What broke me before doesn't break me now, because I learned how to stand from the ground. Failure was my first teacher, taught me how to go deeper. Every loss made me stronger, now I don't break anymore. Failure was my first teacher, turned my pain into procedure. Now I rise even higher than I ever was before. I don't recognize the man I used to be. He was scared of mistakes, I set him free. Now I chase what I fear just to learn from the fight, because failure taught me how to survive the night. Every wrong turn became part of my map. Every fall I survived built my comeback. I don't hide from mistakes, I analyze pain, turn confusion into strength in my veins. They said I'd give up when it got too heavy, but I was already built for unsteady, because failure was never my enemy's plan. It was the reason I learned who I am. Now I speak with a tone that reflects every scar, not perfection, just how far I've come so far. And every mistake that I once called bad was the best education I ever had. If I never failed, I'd never have grown. If I never broke, I'd never have known that strength isn't given, it's painfully earned. And failure was the teacher I never unlearned. Even silence was teaching me patience and grind. Even losing was shaping my mind. Now I see every ending as part of the climb, because failure was building me one lesson at a time. Failure was my first teacher, taught me how to go deeper. Every loss made me stronger, now I don't break anymore. Failure was my first teacher, turned my pain into procedure. Now I rise even higher than I ever was before. They called it failure, I call it education, because everything I lost built everything I became. They thought I disappeared. They thought I gave up. But I didn't quit. I upgraded. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I was buried in doubt when nobody believed me. Every day was a battle, just trying to breathe easy. They said I was average, I wore that like armor, but deep in my chest was a silent responder. I failed so many times, I stopped keeping count. Every loss felt heavier than words can amount. I smiled in public but broke in private. While chasing a dream, they said I should hide it. No guidance, no map, just trial and error. Every step forward came wrapped in pressure. I fell in the same holes I swore I escaped, but pain was a sculptor that started to shape. They laughed at the version I used to be, not knowing that version was building me. Every UK became fuel in my veins. Now I walk through the fire like I learned from the flames. I don't fear the fall, I fear staying the same. Yeah. Every failure I had only strengthened my name. I didn't quit, I upgraded. Turned my pain into greatness. Every loss I embraced it. Now I rise, never break. I didn't quit, I evolved. Every goal, every doubt got dissolved. Now my mindset is solid, valid. I transformed, I resolved. Now I see every scar like a badge of survival. Every setback I faced became part of my arrival. I stopped blaming the world, started building myself. Turned my weakness to strength, put my ego on shelf. I learned discipline lives in the moments of silence, when nobody's cheering, no applause, no guidance. That's where real ones are separated from fake. That's where destiny bends but doesn't break. I used to chase validation, now I chase execution. I don't need permission, I create my solution. Every failure I had was a hidden instruction to rebuild my mindset through mental construction. They see confidence now, not the nights I collapsed, not the weight of the world that I carried on my back, but I turned every breakdown into rebuilding. Now I stand on the pain that was once overwhelming. Say man, new mind, new energy. Yeah, I kill my old limits intentionally. Yeah, I didn't quit, I upgraded. Turned my pain into greatness. Every loss I embraced it. Now I rise, never break. I didn't quit, I evolved. Every doubt got dissolved. Now my mindset is solid. I transformed, I resolved. I don't recognize the man I outgrew. He was scared of the truth. I broke through, now I walk where my fears used to live, because I learned what it means to forgive. Forgive my past for the pain it created. Forgive myself for the times I hesitated. Now I move with a force they can't measure. Built from pressure, refined under pressure. They said I never change, I proved them wrong. Now every mistake became part of this song. I didn't run from the storm, I became it. Now I reshape everything that they labeled. I'm not lucky, I'm built from persistence. Every failure was part of existence. Now I stand where the broken get chosen. Turn my I can into fully unbroken. If I stay the same, I'd still be stuck. If I gave up, I'd lose my love. But I chose pain over comfort and sleep. Now I rise from the depths they thought were too deep. I didn't quit, I upgraded. Turned my pain into greatness. Every loss I embraced it. Now I rise, never break it. I didn't quit, I evolved. Every doubt got dissolved. Now my mindset is solid. I transform, I resolve. They called it quitting, I call it evolution. Because I didn't stop, I upgraded.
Yeah. This one's for everybody who got counted out. Everybody who got told they weren't good enough. Listen. I came from the bottom where the lights stayed dim. Had dreams so big they said I'd never fit in. No silver spoon, no shortcut lane. Just pressure, pain, and a heart trained to sustain. Every loss hit hard, every scar left marks. Had to find my own fire when I walked through dark. People laugh when I spoke about my goals. Now they watching from the sidelines while I'm taking control. I learned that excuses are disguise, built from fear and comfort that keep dreams minimized. So I broke every chain, every doubt in my head, turned every you can into fuel instead. When life knocked me down, I got up again, because winners aren't born, they're built within. The struggle wasn't punishment, it was preparation. Every setback became another elevation. No excuses, no limits, I'm breaking every ceiling. No fear, no quitting, I'm chasing what I'm feeling. They said I couldn't do it, now I'm proving they were wrong. Every battle made me stronger, every weakness made me strong. No excuses, no limits, no excuses. I remember cold nights with a dream and a prayer. Nobody believed, but I still saw it there. Had to bet on myself when nobody would. Kept moving forward when they misunderstood. See, success isn't luck, it's consistency. Doing what you hate with intensity. Showing up daily when motivation dies. Keeping faith alive when nobody's surprised. I got tired of blaming the world for my pain, so I looked in the mirror and accepted the change. That's when everything shifted, everything grew. The person I needed was always me too. Every obstacle taught me another lesson. Every failure pointed me toward progression. Now I thank every struggle that tried to stop me, cause pressure creates what comfort can't be. No excuses, no limits, I'm breaking every ceiling. No fear, no quitting, I'm chasing what I'm feeling. They said I couldn't do it, now I'm proving they were wrong. Every battle made me stronger, every weakness made me strong. No excuses, no excuses. If you're waiting for the perfect time, you'll wait forever. If you're waiting for permission, you'll never begin. The difference between dreams and reality is action. So move right now. I don't care where you started, I care where you're headed. Your future isn't written, it's something that's embedded inside every choice, inside every fight, inside every moment you choose wrong or right. The world owes you nothing, go earn your place. Success leaves clues, but it loves to chase. So stand up taller, push harder today. The mountain looks impossible until you find a way. One step, one goal, one vision, one mission. No excuses, no limits. Remember this: the people who change their lives are not the most talented. They're the ones who refuse to quit. No excuses, no limits. Oh, now go make history. My time is now. Yeah. They said wait your turn. They said maybe someday, but I've waited long enough. My time is now. I remember all the nights I was fighting alone, building dreams in the dark with a heart made of stone. Had a vision so big, people laughed in my face, but I kept moving forward, never slowing my pace. Every setback hit hard, every loss left scars, but pressure made diamonds, now I'm reaching the stars. Had to learn that success isn't luck or chance, it's showing up every day and refusing to dance to the rhythm of doubt, to the voice of fear, to the people who told me I would never get here. See, I carry my pain like a weight on my chest, then I turned it to fuel and gave it my best. I was tired of excuses, tired of waiting around, so I stood on my feet and claimed my own ground. No handouts, no shortcuts, no easy road, just a dream in my heart and a heavy load. But I carried it proudly through the storms and rain, because greatness is born when you embrace the pain.
now. This is my moment.
This is my crown.
My time is now. Yeah. I spent years being doubted, years being ignored, watching people get chances I could never afford. But life taught me something when the road got rough. The world doesn't care if you've suffered enough. You either rise or fall, you either answer the call. You either build your future or build nothing at all. So I stopped looking back at the things I lost. Stop counting the failure, stop fearing the cost. Every chapter of pain became part of my story. Every battle I survived prepared me for glory. Island discipline matters when motivation dies. That's the difference between dreams and a life that flies. Anybody can start when they're feeling inspired, but champions keep going when their body gets tired. So I worked when nobody was watching me grind, building strength in my heart and power in my mind. Now the same people talking are starting to see the person I dreamed of becoming is finally me.
My time is now.
No more waiting for permission.
My time is now.
No more fear, no more wishing.
My time is now.
I'm taking everything I earned.
My time is now.
Watch the fire inside me burn. Listen. The clock keeps ticking, the years keep passing, the opportunities keep moving. If not now, then when? If not you, then who? Stand up, fight back, take control. I'm not chasing perfection, I'm chasing progress, turning every obstacle into another conquest. The road wasn't easy, but neither am I, and that's why I keep reaching for a place in the sky. I know what it's like to feel broken inside, to smile in public while your dreams slowly die. But I also know this, every sunrise is proof that darkness never wins. Every mountain can fall, every giant can bend, and every person who's willing to suffer today can become somebody powerful someday. So I refuse to quit, refuse to surrender, refuse to let fear decide my agenda. I came too far to stop, too strong to break, too hungry to settle, too focused to fake. This isn't luck, this isn't fate, this is years of sacrifice finally opening the gate.
My time is now.
The struggle made me stronger.
My time is now.
I've been waiting for too long.
My time is now.
I'm standing where I belong.
My time is now.
And nothing can stop me now.
My time is now.
My time is now. From the bottom to the top, from the doubt to the crown, from the dream to reality. My time is now. Remember, the world belongs to those who refuse to quit. Keep going. Your time, it's coming. And when it arrives, make sure you're ready. I bet on myself. Yeah. Everybody told me to play it safe, take the easy road, lower my expectations. But I had a different plan. I bet on myself. Yeah. I remember days when the odds were against me, dreams in my heart but nobody could see. Had a vision so clear I could feel it alive, even when the world kept telling me I wouldn't survive. No investors, no shortcuts, no helping hand, just faith in my soul and a master plan. I was working late nights while they slept in peace, building something bigger while they chased release. Every sacrifice hurt, every setback stung, but I knew my story had only begun. People laughed at the goals I was trying to reach, said success was a language I never speak. But doubt is just noise when your purpose is loud. And I promised myself I'd make myself proud. I stopped asking permission, stopped waiting my turn, started chasing the lessons that struggle can earn. Because dreams don't work unless you do, and I was willing to do what others refuse.
I bet on myself
when nobody believed. I believed.
I bet on myself
when everybody left, I stayed.
I bet on myself
Through the losses and pain, I remain.
I bet on myself.
Now look at the results I made. Yeah, I bet on myself. The hardest part wasn't wasn't the work or grind, it was fighting the battle inside my mind. The voice that whispered, what if you fail? The fear that tried to convince me to bail. But courage isn't never being afraid, it's moving forward anyway. It's standing in uncertainty, taking the risk, trusting your vision and making the leap. I learned that comfort is a dangerous place, cause nothing amazing comes from playing it safe. The biggest rewards belong to the brave, to the people who keep digging when others walk away. Every rejection became motivation, every obstacle became education, every closed door taught me another route, and every setback removed my doubt. Because if the path was easy, everybody would win. But greatness belongs to those who refuse to give in. Hey, I bet on myself when nobody believes. I believe. I bet on myself when everybody left. I stay. I bet on myself through the losses and pain. I remain. I bet on myself. Now look at the results I've made. Listen. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is gonna hand you your dream. Nobody can want your future more than you do. The moment you realize that, everything changes. Now I stand here stronger than ever before, because every battle prepared me for more. The scars didn't break me, they built who I am. Proof that persistence can outperform talent. I know what it's like to start from nothing, to keep believing when life gives you nothing, to stare at failure right in the face and still find the courage to continue the race. That's why I never compare my chapter to somebody else's page, because success isn't a destination, it's growth, it's evolution, it's becoming the person you were born to be. And every single step, every sacrifice, every sleepless night was worth it, cause I didn't just build success, I built myself. I bet on myself, and I do it again. I bet on myself through every loss and every win. I bet on myself when the road got dark. I bet on myself and followed my heart. I bet on myself, not because it was easy. I bet on myself because I knew I was capable. I bet on myself, and that's why I'm standing here today. Remember this: the world may doubt you, people may leave you, opportunities may pass you by, but if you never stop believing in yourself, you'll always have a chance. Take the risk, trust the process, bet on yourself. Yeah, and never look back. And never look back. Yeah. Listen. They told me I was dreaming too big. They told me I was chasing something impossible, but they never saw the nights I fought alone. They never felt the weight I carried. I wasn't born with a way out, I was born to create one. Yeah. I came from a place where the struggle was real, where you learn how to survive before you learn how to feel. Had a heart full of dreams and a mind full of doubt, but I kept finding ways when there was no way out. I remember the days I was losing my faith, looking in the mirror trying to recognize my face. Everybody had opinions, everybody had advice, but nobody was there when I paid the price. I walked through the fire with my hands shaking, fighting every battle that the world kept making. They saw my mistakes, they ignored my growth, they judged the chapters but never read the whole book. Every scar on my soul became proof that I survived. Every tear that I cried kept the dream alive. I was building my strength when they counted me weak. Now the voice they ignored is the one they hear speak. I was made in the presence pressure, built through the pain. Every storm that I faced put power in my name. I lost some battles, but I learned how to fight. I was born in the darkness to become my own light. I was born to break limits, born to rise above, born from the struggle, built from the blood. I turn my pain into power, my fear into fire. Every step that I take takes me higher and higher. They said you can, I said watch me do it. They saw a dream, I saw a movement. I'm not finished, I'm just getting started. I was born to break limits. I had to fight battles nobody knew existed. Smile on my face while my heart was conflicted. Had to keep moving when my body was tired. Had to protect the flame when the world tried to fire it. I learned that pain doesn't mean that you're broken. Sometimes the strongest words are the ones never spoken. Sometimes the person who's struggling the most is the one who's closest to becoming the ghost. But I refuse to disappear, refuse to fall. I answer every doubt with a stronger call. I stopped waiting for the world to give me a chance. I built my own future with my own hands. I wasn't lucky, I was committed, I wasn't gifted, I was persistent. Every failure became my education. Every setback became my motivation. I don't need approval, I know my worth. I've been fighting battles since my first breath on earth. The old me died when I stopped being afraid. Now I'm the storm that the pressure created. If I fall, I rise again. If I break, I rebuild again. If they close every door in my face, I'll make a new entrance. I'm not defined by the pain I endured, I'm defined by the fact I survived the war. The world tried to bury me under the weight, but they forgot some things grow in the dirt. Now I'm walking with purpose, my vision is clear. I'm no longer controlled by my doubts and my fears. The person I was will be proud of me now. I became the answer when I searched for a way out. I know what it feels like to have nothing left, to fight with a dream and a little bit of breath, to look at your life and say I need a change, then step into the storm and rebuild your name. I'm chasing greatness, not chasing fame. I'm chasing growth, not chasing a name. I want my story to show someone else that they can rise when they believe in themselves. So let them talk, let them doubt, let them laugh. I'm too busy building the future they can't have. I'm not the person I used to be. I broke the chains and I finally see. Touch the sky, I turn my wounds into wings. Now watch me fly. I survived the struggle, I conquered the pain. I walked through the storm and I came back changed. No fear in my heart, no doubt in my vision. I'm built from the struggle, I'm built for the mission. They can't stop what's coming, they can't stop my spirit. I was born to break limits, and I'm here to prove it. Remember this, your past is a lesson, your pain is a weapon, your dream is a reason. Don't quit, keep going. Yeah, you were born to break limits. Listen. Yeah. I spent too many years doubting myself. Too many nights fighting battles nobody knew. But something inside me always said, you were made for more. Yeah. I came from the bottom with a dream in my chest. Had nothing but a vision and a reason to test. They saw my struggle, they saw my mistakes, but they never saw the sacrifices I had to make. I was walking through storms with a smile on my face, fighting silent wars nobody could trace. Every loss was a lesson, every fall was a sign. Every broken moment was building my mind. I remember the voices saying, stay in your place, trying to put limits on the dreams I would chase. But I looked at my future and refused to accept that my life was a story already written by someone else. I'm not my past, I'm not my pain. I'm the fire that survived through the pouring rain. I was made for more than my failures, more than the fear that was holding me down. I was made for more than the doubt, more than the voices that counted me out. I'm still standing, I'm still for someone to open the door. I built my own path and I started to soar. I learned that greatness is earned, not given. You create your future by the way that you're living. The pressure made diamonds, the struggle made kings. The pain gave a purpose to all of my dreams. I turned every setback into fuel for the climb. Now I'm chasing the person I see in my mind. I don't need a crowd just to know I'm enough. I don't need approval when I've been through the rough. I survived every chapter they thought was my end. Now I'm stronger than ever and ready again. If I fall, I'll rise. If I lose, I'll learn. Every bridge that burns, show me where to turn. I was never created to stay on the ground. I was built to get up every time I'm knocked down. I was made for more. I know who I am. I'm stronger today because of where I began. I was made for more. No limits, no chains. I turn my struggles into my strength. In my name, the world can doubt me, but I know my mission. I was made for more, and I'm only getting started.
Yeah. They see the result, but they never saw the fight. They see the victory, but they never saw the nights. I came from the pressure, I came from the pain, walking through storms just to stand in the rain. Nobody handed me a chance or a way. I had to build myself one brick every day. They saw the moment when I finally arrived, but they missed every time I was barely alive. The tears I was hiding, the battles I faced, the times I was lost, but I still kept my pace. I was fighting my fears when nobody knew, trying to become someone stronger and true. Every scar on my heart became part of my story. Every step that I took was a step toward glory. I fell down, I got up, I was tested enough. Every struggle made me become who I am. I earned every victory, every single piece, every mountain I climbed, every moment of peace. I had every price. I walked through the fire, turned my pain into power, turned my dreams into a higher desire. They can say what they want, but they don't know my history. I didn't get lucky. I earned every victory. I remember the days when I questioned my path, when the future looked dark and the road looked bad, but I kept moving forward with nothing to prove except to myself that I still had something to lose. I stopped looking for chances, I started creating and stopped making excuses, and started elevating. The person I wanted was waiting inside. I had to destroy all the fear that I carried and hide. No shortcuts, no favors, no easy climb, just discipline, patience, and believing in mine. I turned every setback into fuel for the race. Now I'm standing stronger because I embraced. If you knew what it took to get here, you'd understand why I don't quit. The struggle was my teacher, the pain was my guide. The fire that was burning was always inside. I earned every victory, I fought every fight. I walked through the darkness to find my own light. No fear can stop me, no doubt can control me. I built this foundation, nobody can know me. They see the ground, they don't see the history. I didn't get lucky. I earned every victory. I earned every victory. Yeah. 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 They told me slow down,
said the road was too steep. Said dreams don't survive when you're losing sleep. Had a heart full of fire and a head full of doubt, but something deep inside me wouldn't let me tap out. I've been broke, I've been lost, I've been counting my scars, looking up at success like it lived on the stars. Every setback hit hard, every failure left pain, but I learned every storm helps you dance in the rain. I remember those nights when the pressure got loud, when I smiled on the outside but hurt in the crowd, when the mirror showed a man who was ready to quit, but the fighter inside said you were made for this. When the walls closed in, when my faith wore thin, when I couldn't see the light ahead, I took one more step, then another again, and this is what I said. I kept going. When my legs felt weak, I kept going. When my heart couldn't speak, I kept going. When the world said stop, when the mountain got high, I looked fear in the face and replied. I kept going. Through the pain and the doubt, I kept going. Through the storms and the drought, I kept going. Now the view from the top makes every battle worth knowing. I kept going. Nobody sees all the tears that you hide, or the wars that you fight deep inside. They see the results, they don't see the grind. The years spent chasing what lived in your mind. Every rejection became my fuel, every mistake became another school. Every closed door taught me how to build, every setback became another hill. I learned that greatness ain't born overnight, it's built through the struggle, the pain and the fight. Through every chapter that tried to break me down, I found another reason not to leave the ground. When the road got dark, when I lost my spark, when the finish line seemed far away, I remembered the dream, the reason I began, and I heard my spirit say, I kept going. When my legs felt weak, I kept going. When my heart couldn't speak, I kept going. When the world said stop, when the mountain got high, I looked fear in the face and replied. I kept going. Through the pain and the doubt, I kept going. Through the storms and the drought, I kept going. Now the view from the top makes every battle worth knowing. I kept going. Now I'm standing where I once prayed to be, living proof of what's possible when you believe. Not because I was lucky, not because it was easy, but because I refused to let the hard times beat me. The strongest people aren't those who never fall, they're the ones who get up after losing it all, who keep moving forward when nobody claps, who stay on the path when nobody maps. So if you're listening and you're ready to break, if the weight on your shoulders feels too much to take, remember this moment, remember this song. The road may be hard, but you're stronger than wrong. One more step, one more day, one more fight, one more way. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to continue. The dream isn't dead, the story isn't finished, the best chapter is still ahead. I kept going. When every reason said stop, I kept going. When every voice said drop, I kept going. When the darkness got deep, when the climb got steep, I found a strength that I didn't know I was keeping. I kept going. And that's why I'm here. I kept going. And that's why it's clear the difference between failure and victory showing. I never gave up, I kept going. Oh, I kept going. Yeah. They saw the struggle, they saw the mistakes, they saw the moments I almost gave up, but they never saw the fire. They never saw the nights I fought alone. They never saw the work when nobody was watching. So if they doubt me, just tell them, watch what happens next. I was standing in the rain with a dream in my hand, trying to build a future nobody could understand. They said, you ain't ready, you ain't built for the climb. But I turned every second to doubt. In the time I was fighting battles that I never displayed, smiling through the pressure, hiding all the pain. They only saw the losses, they only saw the falls. They never saw me getting back up after it all. Every failure left a lesson written deep in my soul. Every broken piece helped rebuild my control. I stopped asking people if I had what it takes. I started proving it with every move that I make. I was tired, I was hurt, I was close to the edge, but I made a promise I would never forget. No matter how hard this road gets, no matter how heavy the weight, I will keep pushing forward, I will create counting me out. They laughed at my name, they only saw weakness, they never saw change. I was planting my seeds while they watched me struggle. Now I'm coming back stronger than ever before. So watch what happens next, when the person you doubted becomes the one you respect. Watch what happens next, when the pain turns into power and the fear disappears. Watch what happens next. I was built by the pressure, I was made by the test. I didn't break under fire, I became my best. You can talk, you can doubt, you can wait for my fall, but I'm just getting started. Yeah. Watch what happens next. I remember the days when nobody believed. When I chased a vision that nobody could see. They told me be realistic, lower my dreams, but I learned impossible is not what it seems. Every no became fuel in my tank. Every closed door became something I thank, because every rejection forced me to grow. Every setback taught me the way that I know. I don't need applause when I'm building my throne. I learned how to fight when I walked alone. The strongest warriors are made in the light. They're built in the darkness, surviving the night. I lost friends, lost time, lost parts of myself, but I found determination nobody else felt. The old version of me had to disappear so the stronger version could finally appear. Maybe you don't see it right now. Maybe the road feels too long. Maybe you're tired of fighting. But remember, the seed grows underground before anyone sees the tree. The strongest stories are written during the hardest seasons. Don't quit now. Your next chapter might change everything. So watch what happens next, when the dream they left that becomes my success. Watch what happens next, when the scars on my heart become proof I was blessed. Watch what happens next. I turned every struggle into a reason to fight. I walked through the darkness and created my light. You can doubt me today, but you'll remember my name, because I was never finished. I was just building my strength. Watch what happens next. No shortcuts, no excuses, no surrender. They watched the struggle, now they watch the victory. Watch what happens next.
Yeah. They thought I was finished. They thought the fall was the end. But they forgot one thing. A person who survives the storm comes back stronger than before. I lost, I learned, I grew, and now the comeback starts now. I remember the nights when I questioned my name, when I looked in the mirror and battled my pain. Had dreams in my heart, but fear in my mind, searching for a way when I couldn't find signs. They saw my mistakes, they remember my past. They judged every moment I couldn't make last. But they don't know the wars that I fought in the dark. They don't know the struggle that created the spark. I fell down hard, but I studied the fall. I learned every lesson, I answered every call. The pressure was heavy, the road wasn't fair, but I built my strength from the weight I had to bear. I was broken, but broken things can rebuild. I was empty, but hunger gave me the will. I stopped waiting for someone to save me. I became the person I needed to be. Down me out, they thought I was done, but they forgot. The strongest battles create the strongest ones. The comeback starts now. I'm rising from the ashes, I'm breaking out. Everything that tried to hold me down is the reason I'm standing here now. The comeback starts now. No more fear, no more doubt. I turn my pain into power, now I'm showing what I'm about. You can watch me clown, you can watch me fight, because the person I was yesterday couldn't survive tonight. The comeback starts now. To understand winning, had to hit the bottom to start beginning. Had to walk through fire just to find my flame. Had to face my my demons just to change my name. Every closed door made me build my own. Every lonely road made me stronger alone. Every time they doubted, I added more fuel. Every setback became another tool. I don't chase revenge, I chase elevation. I turn my frustration into motivation. The pain that I carried became my foundation. The struggle grew, became my transformation. I'm not the same person that you used to know. I'm the result of the battles below. The old me is gone, the new me arrived. I didn't just survive, I learned how to rise. Emotion. To anyone listening, if you feel like you're behind, remember, a delayed dream, still a dream. A hard road still leads somewhere. The same pressure that breaks glass can create a diamond. Keep going. The comeback starts now. Hear the sound of a brand new chapter. I was lost, I was hurt, but I came back faster. I turned my wounds into a new bastard. I walked through the storm, now I stand even stronger. They said I couldn't, they said I would fall, but I became proof that you can rise from it all. The comeback starts now. No excuses, no fear, no looking back. The past made me, but the future belongs to me. Yeah, I came from nothing. Yeah, I came from nights where the lights got cut. Dreams stayed alive when the luck dried up. Had holes in my shoes, had faith in my soul. Everybody saw limits, I was chasing the goal. Had doubts in my head, had fear in my chest, but I learned every struggle is a part of the test. No shortcuts given, no silver spoon, just a vision in the dark and a promise to pursue. I was counting every penny, every loss, every scar, looking at the distance while they laugh where we are. They said slow down, you're reaching too high, but eagles don't listen when they're learning to fly. Every closed door taught me how to fight. Every setback showed me how to rewrite my life. Now the same road that broke me apart built a stronger mind and a warrior heart. I was down, but I never stayed there. Pain turned to power when nobody cared. Every mountain standing in my way became another reason I wouldn't break. I was built from nothing, now I'm standing tall. Every time I stumbled, I refused to fall. I turned every failure into fuel for my flame. Now the world remembers the name they used to share. Built from nothing, made from sacrifice. Every scar I carry is the proof of my life. From nothing, now I'm touching the sky, and I'm living proof that a dream never dies. Yeah. They only see the wins, they don't know the cost. Don't know how many nights I felt completely lost. Don't know how many times I almost gave in, but I found another reason to fight again. I learned discipline when motivation left. Learned how to keep moving when I had nothing left. The pressure got heavy, the load got deep, but diamonds are created where the pressure peaks. I was working in silence while they talked online, building my future one day at a time. No excuses, no blame, no looking behind, just focused determination and a relentless mind. Yeah. Every rejection became my teacher. Every obstacle made me reach further. Now the person in the mirror finally sees the version of himself he was meant to be. I was down, but I never stayed there. Pain turned to power when nobody cared. Every mountain standing in my way became another reason I wouldn't break. I was built from nothing, now I'm standing tall. Every time I stumbled, I refused to fall. I turned every failure into fuel for my flame. Now the world remembers the name they used to share. Built from nothing, made from sacrifice. Every scar I carry is the proof of my life. Built from nothing, now I'm touching the sky, and I'm living proof that a dream never dies. Look at me now, everything changed, the struggle remains, but so does the strength. The pain had a purpose, the losses had meaning. The darkness was teaching the value of believing. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how long the road, keep carrying your vision until the world knows. I was built from nothing, and that's my greatest pride. No one handed me a future, I fought for every stride. Built from nothing, but I gained everything. A stronger heart, a stronger mind. Remember this: your beginning doesn't define your ending. Your struggle doesn't define your future. Keep going, keep building, keep believing, because the strongest people in the world were built from nothing. Yeah. They laughed at the vision before they saw the result. They judged the chapter before they knew the story. But I learned something: the ones who struggle the most build the strongest foundation. This is my season. This is my moment. My time is coming. I remember those nights when I stared at the ceiling, fighting with my thoughts, searching for a reason. Had dreams in my heart but doubt in my head. Had to fight battles nobody knew that I bled. They saw the losses, they never saw the grind. Never saw the war that was happening inside. I was carrying pressure that could break a man, but I kept building when nobody had a plan. I walked through the rain with a fire in my chest. Every setback came just to challenge my strength. Every door that closed made me knock even harder. Every failure turned me into something smarter. I wasn't born with a shortcut road. I had to carry my own heavy load. I had to learn how to stand alone, how to build a future from the unknown. They said slow down, they said give up. They didn't know I was built for the rough. They saw the struggle, I saw the design. They saw the darkness, I saw my time. I know the world doesn't see what I see. They don't know the person I'm fighting to be, but every scar has a story to tell. Every fall only taught me to excel. I was made in the fire, shaped by the pain. Turn my losses into something I gain. I'm not waiting for luck or a sign. I'm building the future that's already mine. My time is coming, I can't feel it now. I've been through the storm, but I never bowed. I fought every battle, I survived every fight. Now I'm stepping into my moment tonight. My time is coming, just wait and see. The person I became is the strongest me. I was down, I was broken, I was lost in the rain, but I turned every wound into power and change. My time is coming, I was born to rise. My time is coming. Watch me touch the sky. I remember the days when nobody called, when I had big dreams but nothing at all, when my name meant nothing, my voice wasn't heard, when I had to believe before seeing the world. I had to motivate myself when I felt defeated. Had to keep running when my legs were bleeding. Had to find a strength when my strength was gone. Had to create a light when the night felt long. I learned that champions are made overnight. They're built in the moments nobody likes, when nobody watches, when nobody cares. When you're fighting your demons and climbing the stairs, I stopped asking why me and started asking what next. I turned my pain into my biggest asset. The pressure that crushed me created my vision. The struggle became my greatest mission. I don't need permission to chase what I want. I don't need approval to prove I'm strong, because everything I lost along the way was preparing me for the victory day. One day they'll ask how I made it through, how I kept going when nobody knew. I'll say I trusted the process, I believed in the fight. I kept chasing my dream through the darkest nights, because the person who survived my past is the reason my future will last. Yeah. I turned my fear into fuel for the engine, turned every doubt into my own weapon, turned every no into motivation, turned my frustration into dedication. I was never lucky, I was consistent. I kept showing up when life got different. I kept a promise when nobody cared. I kept my faith when nobody was there. Now I look back at the road behind me. All those hard days were actually guiding me. Every tear, every loss, every broken piece was creating the person I was meant to be. I don't chase revenge, I chase greatness. I don't need hate, I need patience. My biggest victory is proving myself, not proving the thing to anybody else. My time is coming, I know it's true. Everything I dreamed is breaking through. From the bottom I'm rising higher, built by the struggle, powered by fire. My time is coming, remember my name. I walked through the storm and I mastered the pain. They counted me out, but they didn't know the roots grow deeper before trees grow tall. My time is coming, the wait is done. My time is coming, the race is won. I was built by pressure, I was shaped by pain. Now I'm standing stronger. I will never be the same.
Yeah. To everyone still fighting,
Keep going.
your story isn't finished.
Your story
Your struggle is not the ending, it's the beginning.
because your time is coming. Hey,
Your time is coming. Yeah. They see the moment, they don't see the years. They see the victory, they don't see the battles. They see me standing, they don't know how many times I almost fell. But I kept going, because nothing was given, everything was earned. I came from the bottom with a fire in my soul, a dream in my heart and a story untold. Had nothing but hope and a reason to fight. Had to build my future from the darkest nights. I remember the days when they laughed at the vision. When I talked about winning, they questioned my mission. They said I was dreaming, they said I was wrong, but they didn't know struggle was making me strong. I was fighting battles that nobody knew, carrying storms that I never showed you. Smiling outside while breaking within, but I learned how to lose and still learn how to win. Every rejection became motivation, every failure became my foundation. Every closed door made me search for a way, every single setback made me stronger each day. I wasn't born with a perfect road, I had to carry my own heavy load. No handouts, no favors, no easy ride, just faith in my heart and fire inside. I took every hit and I stayed on my feet, turned every struggle into something I need. The pressure was heavy, the journey was hard, but I kept protecting the dream in my heart. They counted me out, they forgot my name, but I kept working while they played their games. Now I look back at the road that I faced, and I know I earned my place, I paid every price. I walked through the fire, I sacrificed. No shortcuts taken, no easy way. I built my tomorrow from yesterday. I earned my place, I fought every fight. I turned my darkness into my light. They didn't see the work, they didn't see the pain. They only see the sun, they don't see the rain. I earned my place, I earned my name. I turned my struggle into I remember night when I questioned my path, wondering if I was built to last. Looking at dreams that felt too far away, still telling myself keep going today. Because champions aren't created in comfort, they're made when the world gets tougher. They built in the moments nobody claps, when you have to fight just to get back. I learned discipline when motivation died, learned how to move when fear was inside. Learned that excuses don't build a legacy, only commitment creates what you see. I lost some battles, but I gained wisdom. Lost some people, but found my vision. Lost some time, but found my purpose. Found my strength when life felt worthless. I don't hate the ones who doubted me, they were just part of my history. Because every no and every mistake was another step toward the life I would make. Hey, I was in the shadows, building my name, walking through storms, embracing the rain. Nobody noticed the work I was doing, nobody saw the battles I was moving through. But I stayed focused, I stayed prepared, even when nobody acted like they cared. I planted seeds when the ground was cold. Now I'm watching my story unfold. I don't need luck to explain my rise, I don't need approval to know my size. The person I became was built by pain, built by losses, built by change. I earned every step, I earned every scar, I earned every mile no matter how far. And if I fall, I'll rise again, cause that's the story of who I've been. Yeah. Listen. Yeah, they told me slow down, said I dream too big, said the road gets rough and the climb gets steep. But I looked at the mountain and I made a vow, if nobody believes, I'm believing now. Had nights with doubt and days with pain, felt like I was running through the pouring rain. Every closed door tried to break my stride, but they never saw the fire inside. I was built by pressure, molded by scars, learned how to navigate through the dark. Every setback taught me how to fight, every failure showed me a different light. I got knocked down more times than I can count, still found a way to rise from the ground. The world kept pushing, I pushed back harder, turned every struggle into fuel for tomorrow. When the weight of the world tried holding me down, I found my strength when no one was around. Now every dream I carry comes alive, because they can't extinguish what's burning inside. There's a fire inside, and it's burning bright, keeping me moving through the longest nights. Every scar, every tear, every sacrifice added fuel to the fire inside. I won't stop, I won't break, I won't run and hide. Got a heart full of courage and a dream to chase tonight. When they say I can't, that's when I decide to let them see the fire inside. I remember being overlooked and ignored, standing outside opportunities' doors, watching others get the chance I deserve, while I stayed patient and continued to work. No shortcuts, no favors, no easy way, just discipline, showing up every day while they slept. I was building my name, focused on progress, not chasing fame. I learned success isn't luck or chance, it's showing up when you don't wanna stand. It's believing in yourself when nobody does, it's staying committed when the road gets tough. Now, the same people who laughed at me then ask how I stay strong through the storm and wind. I tell them pain became my greatest guide, and hope kept feeding the fire inside. When the weight of the world tried holding me down, I found my strength when no one was around. Now every dream I carry comes alive, because they can't extinguish what's burning inside. There's a fire inside, and it's burning bright, keeping me moving through the longest nights. Every scar, every tear, every sacrifice added fuel to the fire inside. I won't stop, I won't break, I won't run and hide. Got a heart full of courage and a dream to chase tonight. When they say I can't, that's when I decide to let them see the fire inside. This is for the ones who feel forgotten, for the ones still fighting at rock bottom, for the dreamers who refuse to quit, for the hearts that know they're built for this. Your story isn't over, don't give in. Every ending is where beginnings begin. One day the world will recognize your light, just keep protecting that fire inside. There's a fire inside, and it's stronger now. Every battle made me who I am somehow. Every obstacle became a stepping stone, every lesson helped me build my throne. So I'll keep climbing higher than before, keep chasing everything I'm fighting for. And when my moment finally arrives, they'll know it came from the fire inside. Yeah, they doubted me, yeah, they questioned me, but one thing never died: the fire inside.
Yeah, they see the results, they don't see the mornings, they don't see the late nights, they don't see the sacrifices, they don't see the work, but I do. And that's why no days off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I woke up with a dream and a chip on my shoulder, a vision in my mind that keeps getting closer. Everybody talks big when the weather is nice, but champions are built when they're paying the price. I remember all the nights when the lights stayed on, working while the whole world had already moved on. No
applause, no crowd, no cameras around. Just me and my goals going round after round. I was tired, I was stressed, I was ready to break, but I knew every sacrifice was a risk I should take, because comfort never made anybody great, and excuses are the chains that keep people in place. Every setback became another lesson, every failure became another blessing, every loss became another weapon, and every scar became proof of progression. They told me slow down, take it easy, relax, but I wasn't built to just follow the tracks. I came to create, elevate and attack, turning every single obstacle into a path. When my body said quit, my mind said go. When the world closed doors, I built my own. Every day I show up, every day I grow. That's the difference between dreamers and pros. No days off, no excuses, no breaks. No days off, I'm giving everything it takes. When they sleep, I'm still chasing my goals. When they stop, I'm still feeding my soul. No days off, I'm too hungry to quit. No days off, I was made for this. Every scar, every loss, every fall paid off. No days off, now I'm standing tall. No days off. Success ain't luck and it never was. It's the work you put in when nobody does. It's believing in yourself when nobody will, and showing up every day with unshakable will. I learned discipline is stronger than motivation, because feelings change but commitment stays patient. Anybody can run when they're feeling inspired, but legends keep moving when the tank is tired. It's why I kept going through the pressure and pain, through the doubts and storms and endless rain. Every challenge I faced made me stronger inside. Every mountain I climbed gave me something to find. I stopped comparing my life to another man's race, started focusing more on my own pace. Now every step forward is another win, and every setback only toughens my skin. The road gets lonely when you're chasing the dream. People love the results but ignore the unseen. The sacrifices, struggles, tears and fears, the battles you fought through all those years. But I wouldn't trade it for anything, because growth is hidden in suffering, and the version of me that I'm becoming is worth every sacrifice that's coming. When my body said quit, my mind said go. When the world closed doors, I built my own. Every day I show up, every day I grow. That's the difference between dreamers and pros. No days off, no excuses, no breaks. No days off, I'm giving everything it takes. When they sleep, I'm still chasing my goals. When they stop, I'm still feeding my soul. No days off, I'm too hungry to quit. No days off, I was made for this. Every scar, every loss, every fall paid off. No days off, now I'm standing tall. No days off. This is for the ones still fighting alone, for the ones still building when nobody knows, for the ones who feel like giving up tonight but keep finding reasons to continue to fight. Your breakthrough could be one step away. Your moment could arrive any day. Don't stop now, you've come too far. Remember who you are. The world may not see your grind today, but one day they won't ignore your name. Keep showing up, keep standing tall, keep proving that you can have it all. No days off, the mission never ends. No days off, keep pushing through the bends. Days off, through the struggle and pain. No days off, through the sunshine and rain. I'm building a future one day at a time, one step closer, one mountain to climb. And when I finally reach the top, the world will know exactly why I never stop. No days off, no shortcuts, no surrender. No days off, no fear, just faith, just focus, just work. Year after year, yeah. They'll talk about the victory, they'll celebrate the success, they'll admire the results, but they'll never understand the thousands of moments that made it possible. The early mornings, the late nights, no days off, the sacrifices, the commitment. No days off, no days off. Yeah. They said it couldn't happen. They said I was reaching too far. They saw the struggle, they saw the failures, but they never saw the fight. Because every impossible thing is only impossible until somebody proves it wrong. Yeah, I was standing at the bottom looking up at the sky. Had a dream in my heart and the fire in my eyes. They told me be realistic, told me know your place, but I was busy building what they couldn't see in my faith. I had empty pockets, but a mind full of plans. Had to build myself with my own two hands. No shortcuts, no luck, no easy road, just a heavy dream and a heavy load. I remember every doubt that they threw my way, every you won't make it I heard every day. Every closed door, every single rejection became another reason to improve my direction. I fell down hard, but I learned how to stand. Lost some battles, but I strengthened my plans. They counted me out, thought my story was done, but they forgot what happens when the underdog runs. I wasn't born with everything handed to me. I had to fight for the person I wanted to be. Every scar on my soul tells a story I've lived. Every lesson I learned is the reason I win. I kept walking when the road disappeared, kept believing when nobody cheered. I turned my pain into power inside. Now I'm watching my dreams come alive. They said it was impossible, they said I wouldn't make it far, but I kept chasing my vision even when I couldn't see the stars. Now I'm standing where I dreamed I would be. Everything they said I never achieved, it wasn't impossible, it was just waiting for me. Impossible until I did it, impossible until I proved it. Every mountain, every limit, I climbed right through it. They called it a dream, I call it a mission. Now the world sees the result. Yeah, impossible until I did. I sacrificed comfort for a future I believed in. Worked through the storms when nobody was seeing. While they were sleeping, I was sharpening my blade, building the foundation for the life I would create. I learned success doesn't come overnight. It comes from discipline, struggle, and fight. It's waking up when you don't feel strong. It's moving forward when everything feels wrong. I lost motivation, but I kept my commitment, because champions aren't built in a single minute. They're built in the moments when quitting feels easy, when the road gets dark and the vision gets blurry. I stopped looking for approval from people who doubted, started trusting the voice inside me that shouted, keep going, keep pushing, you're closer than you know. The seeds you planted are starting to grow. I turn my failures into fuel for my drive, turn my darkest days into reasons to rise. Now every challenge that comes my way is just another chapter in the story I create. I kept walking when the road disappeared, kept believing when nobody cheered. I turned my pain into power inside. Now I'm watching my dreams come alive. They said it was impossible, they said I wouldn't make it far, but I kept chasing my vision even when I couldn't see the stars. Now I'm standing where I dreamed I would be. Everything they said I never achieved, it wasn't impossible, it was just waiting for me. Impossible until I did it, impossible until I proved it. Every mountain, every limit, I climbed right through it. They called it a dream, I called it a mission. Now the world sees the result. Yeah, impossible until I did it. For everyone who feels stuck at the start, for everyone fighting with a tired heart, remember the greatest stories ever told started with someone refusing to fold. The pressure didn't break me, it shaped me. The struggle didn't stop me, it saved me. The journey was hard, but I needed the pain, cause without the storm you don't appreciate rain. I wasn't lucky, I was committed, I wasn't gifted, I was persistent. I didn't wait for my moment, I created it. Impossible until I did it, until I stood up and finished. Every doubt that tried to stop me only made my fire different. I walked through the fear, I faced every fight. I kept chasing the dream that lived in my mind. Now I look back at the road I survived. All those impossible moments were just waiting for my
wasn't raised in a world where dreams came easy. Every step I took felt like life tried to beat me. No silver spoon, just a heart full of pressure, and a mind that refused to believe I was lesser. I learned how to smile when I was falling apart, how to hide all the cracks that were deep in my heart. They saw my face, but they never saw pain. They saw the calm, but they never saw rain. I was talking to God with no answer back, just echoes of silence inside of the black light. Why do I struggle? Why do I bleed? Why do the ones who are hurting never succeed? But I kept going even when I was broken, even when every door stayed unopened. I turned every no into fuel for the fight. Every dark little moment became my light. I remember the nights I didn't want to live, like I had nothing left to give. But something inside wouldn't let me fall, even when I felt like I had lost it all. They laughed at my vision, called it a dream, but I was building a life they could never have seen. Brick by brick with my tears as the cement. Every ounce of pain had a purpose, it meant I was my own enemy, fighting my mind, trying to leave all that I far behind. Every scar that I carry is proof that I tried. Even when I wanted to quit, I survived. And I swear I've been low where the light doesn't reach, where hope feels distant and too hard to reach. But I learned that the bottom is not where you stay, it's the place you get power to rise and to change. So I turn my pain into something that speaks for the ones who feel broken, forgotten, and weak. If you hear this, just know you're not done. Even the night is the bout of the sun. I wasn't chosen, I made myself one. From nothing to something I overcame done. Every tear I cried became part of this song. Every loss that I took made me mentally strong. Now I walk with a fire they can't put out, built from the silence, built from the doubt. And I don't need validation to know what I am. I was built in the storm, I was forged by the plan. So if this is my life, then I'll say it with pride. Every broken piece is still deep inside, but I turned it to power, I turned it to art. And I carry my story forever in my heart. Because this is not music, this is my truth. Every line is a scar, every verse is proof that even when everything tried to erase me, I became everything they said I'd never be. Yeah. They tried to erase my name, but every scar became a sentence. Every loss became a lesson. Every chapter became a weapon. I wasn't born with a silver spoon or an easy road. I learned to carry dreams that felt too heavy to hold. Every no hit hard, every closed door froze. But pressure makes diamonds, that's the only truth I know. I remember cold nights chasing impossible plans, building faith with empty pockets and trembling hands. People judged the destination before I began, never realizing storms create the strongest man. I talked to mirrors when nobody answered my calls, picked myself up every single time I would fall. I found courage hiding deep inside every flaw, because the greatest victories come after it all. If they ask me how I made it through the fire, I tell them pain became the fuel behind desire. The world wrote me off before I wrote my name. Now every page burns brighter than the flame. My story is my weapon, my scars are my shield. I refuse to surrender, I refuse to kneel. Every battle I survived became another reason to believe that impossible changes with vision. My story is my weapon, my voice is my fight. I kept walking through the darkness until I found light. They can doubt my future, they can question my direction, but they can't erase the chapters that became my protection. I learned that silence speaks louder than empty applause. Real strength keeps moving without needing a cause. I carry disappointment like a weight on my chest, until I realize pressure only brings out your best. Every mistake taught lessons success never could. Every broken bridge showed me what truly stood. I stopped waiting for luck and started building my lane. Turned heartbreak into discipline, discipline in the game. The mountain looked taller every step that I climbed, but I wasn't racing people, I was racing my mind. Victory isn't measured by the trophies you own, it's becoming someone stronger than the person you've known. Maybe it's tears of water in tomorrow's dreams. Maybe your broken heart isn't as broken as it seems. Maybe the road you're walking is preparing your name for a purpose much bigger than fortune or fame. My story is my weapon, my scars are my shield. I refuse every shortcut that would've made me yield. Every setback became another lesson to keep. Now my roots run deep because I planted them deep. My story is my weapon, my faith is my guide. I found strength in the moments when hope almost died. No matter who ignored me, no matter who left,
measured inside every test. Yeah, one day they'll ask where all this confidence came from. I'll point to every battle that I refused to run from, to every lonely sunrise and every sleepless night, to every moment I chose courage instead of fright. I don't carry revenge, I carry perspective. The past didn't break me, it made me reflective. My future isn't luck, it's built with intention. One honest decision, one fearless direction. If my voice reaches one soul ready to quit, then every scar I carry was completely worth it. Because hope grows loudest where darkness once lived, and the strongest hearts are the ones that forgive. My story is my weapon, and I'll never hide. Every chapter reminds me how far I've climbed, from the ashes of doubt to the fire inside. I found the strength that nobody could ever divide. My story is my weapon, forever I'll stand, with purpose in my heart and my future in my hands. If the world says you can't, let your actions answer back. Because the greatest comeback begins with one step on your path. They try to define me by my failures. I chose to define myself by my perseverance. My story isn't my weakness. My story is my weapon. They thought every setback would end my story. They didn't realize every obstacle was another reason to keep going. They didn't create my defeat, they created a fighter. I came from the shadows where hope felt thin. Every closed door said you'll never win. The weight on my shoulders could have broken my spine, but pressure revealed what was hidden inside. I walked through storms with holes in my shoes, lost so much that I had nothing to lose. People threw doubt like stones at my name, not knowing they'd only strengthen my aim. Every late night, every silent prayer, every lonely moment when nobody cared, I learned real courage isn't loud or bright. It's getting back up after every fight. The mirror reflected every scar I earned, each one a lesson, each one a turn. I stopped asking life to make it fair and started proving I belong right here. Every fall became another step, every wound became another test. They thought they'd bury every dream I had, they forgot that seeds grow underground. They created a fighter, they forged my soul. Every broken piece made my spirit whole. I walked through the fire, I carried the flame. Now nothing can silence the sound of my name. I won't back down, build my future from the broken ground. The higher the mountain, the harder I climb, because every setback prepared this life. I remember the nights when quitting felt right, when fear whispered louder than hope every night. But something inside wouldn't let me fold, a fire that refused to surrender the goal. I wasn't looking for sympathy, I was searching for the strength inside of me. Every failure became another guide, showing me where determination hides. Some people left when I spoke my dreams, said they were bigger than reality seemed. Now I smile because I finally know dreams grow strongest where doubters won't go. I traded comfort for discipline, lost some battles, but refused to quit. The road was rough, the climb was steep, but mountains belong to those who keep. If you're standing where I used to stand, wondering if you'll ever make your plan, remember this: the world may test your heart, but it can't decide your ending. Now every chapter tells the truth. Pain doesn't steal, it produces proof. The strongest steel survives the heat. The strongest hearts refuse defeat. I carry my past, but not as chains. I carry it as wisdom earned through pain. Every goodbye became a brand new start. Every setback strengthened my heart. I don't chase revenge, I chase growth. I keep my promises, I keep my hope. Success isn't built in one bright day, it's earned through every choice you make. If one person hears these words tonight and finds the strength to keep the fight, then every mile that I survived was worth the journey, worth the climb. They created a fighter, they built my will. Every impossible mountain I climbed still can doubt me, you can leave me, you can count me out, but understand one thing: you didn't create my ending, you created a fighter. They thought every setback would end my story. They didn't realize every obstacle was another reason to keep going. They didn't create my defeat, they created a fighter. I came from the shadows where hope felt thin. Every closed door said you'll never win. The weight on my shoulders could have broken my spine, but pressure revealed what was hidden inside. I walked through storms with holes in my shoes, lost so much that I had nothing to lose. People threw doubt like stones at my name, not knowing they'd only strengthen my aim. Every late night, every silent prayer, every lonely moment when nobody cared, I learned real courage isn't loud or bright. It's getting back up after every fight. The mirror reflected every scar I earned, each one a lesson, each one a turn. I stopped asking life to make it fair and started proving I belong right here. Every fall became another step, every wound became another test. They thought they'd bury every dream I had, they forgot that seeds grow underground. They created a fighter, they forged my soul. Every broken piece made my spirit whole. I walked through the fire, I carried the flame. Now nothing can silence the sound of my name. I won't back down, build my future from the broken ground. The higher the mountain, the harder I climb, because every setback prepared this life. I remember the nights when quitting felt right, when fear whispered louder than hope every night. But something inside wouldn't let me fall, the fire that refused to surrender the goal. I wasn't looking for sympathy, I was searching for the strength inside of me. Every failure became another guide, showing me where determination hides. Some people left when I spoke my dreams, said they were bigger than reality seemed. Now I smile because I finally know dreams grow strongest where doubters won't go. I traded comfort for discipline, lost some battles, but refused to quit. The road was rough, the climb was steep, but mountains belong to those who keep. If you're standing where I used to stand, wondering if you'll ever make your plan, remember this: the world may test your heart, but it can't decide your ending. Now every chapter tells the truth, pain doesn't steal, it produces proof. The strongest steel survives the heat, the strongest hearts refuse defeat. I carry my past, but not as chains, I carry it as wisdom earned through pain. Every goodbye became a brand new start, every setback strengthened my heart. I don't chase revenge, I chase growth. I keep my promises, I keep my hope. Success isn't built in one bright day, it's earned through every choice you make. If one person hears these words tonight and finds the strength to keep the fight, then every mile that I survived was worth the journey, worth the climb. They created a fighter, they built my will. Every impossible mountain I climbed, still no fear can stop what faith began. I became stronger than I ever planned. Now hear me rise, no more hiding, no disguise. Every scar became a light, leading me through the darkest night. You can doubt me, you can leave me, you can count me out, but understand one thing: you didn't create my ending, you created a fighter.
Yeah. Before you judge the person standing in front of you, you should ask what they survived to become. Because some victories don't come with trophies, some come with scars. I'm not a product of comfort, I'm a product of every battle I didn't quit. I remember nights staring at the ceiling wide awake, trying to find a way out of the mess I couldn't escape. Had a heart full of dreams and a head full of doubt, fighting silent wars nobody knew about. They saw the smile, never saw the pain behind it. Saw the progress, never saw the days I was fighting. They saw the finish line, never saw the distance. Never saw me losing hope, but still showing persistence. I walked through fire with my feet still bleeding, held on to faith when my heart stopped believing. Every no they gave me became another reason. Every closed door turned into a different season. I was broken but I wasn't defeated. Lost some battles but I never retreated. The same pain that was trying to destroy me became the strength that was rebuilding me. I don't hate my past, I respect what it taught me. Every tear and every scar came and shaped me. I was buried in darkness but I found my truth. The person I am came from what I went through. My past is my proof. My scars tell the truth. Every fall, every loss, every fight I pushed through. You can't take away the nights I survived. You can't erase the tears I cried. I turned my pain into something new. Oh, my past is my proof. I know what it feels like to feel invisible, to chase something big when it seems impossible, to give everything and get nothing back, to carry a dream while you're under attack. I've been doubted by people I wanted beside me, had to find my own strength when nobody would guide me. I learned that support isn't always a crowd. Sometimes it's you standing alone and still proud. I stopped waiting for someone to save me, realized the person I needed was inside me. The old version of me had to disappear so the stronger version could finally appear. I'm not lucky, I'm prepared, I'm not fearless. I just learned. I've been knocked down so many times, I forgot what it felt like to never burn. The pressure created the person you see. The struggle unlocked something in me. I didn't become strong because life was kind. I became strong because I survived. If you knew the battles behind my eyes, you'd understand why I'm different inside. I carry memories, but they don't control me. My past is a chapter, it doesn't know me. I lost pieces of myself along the way, but I found something stronger every day. The old pain became the foundation. The old wounds became my motivation. My past is my proof. I'm the evidence to every scar on my body, every dream I pursued. I was lost in the darkness, but I still found the light. I turned every struggle into reasons to fight. So don't tell me I'm lucky. You don't know what I knew. I became who I am because of what I went through. They can judge the result, but they'll never understand the process. My past didn't destroy me, it built me. Yeah. They saw me fall. They counted the seconds until I gave up. But they forgot one thing. I've been through storms before, and every time the world tried to bury me, I came back stronger. I remember the days when my hope was fading, smiling on the outside while my soul was breaking, carrying dreams with a heart full of pain, walking through fire while dancing with rain. They never saw the nights I was fighting alone, the battles in my mind when I had nowhere to go. They saw my mistakes, they remember my falls, but they never knew how I answered the calls. I was pushed to the edge, I was tested and tried, had every reason to quit, but I stayed alive. Every scar on my body, every tear that I cried is a story that proves I refuse to hide. I lost some people, I lost some time, lost pieces of me that's trying to survive, but I found a strength I didn't know was there. A warrior was born from the weight I had to bear. I'm not the same person I was yesterday. The old me disappeared when I found my way. I'm made from the pressure, I'm built from the pain. I walked through the fire and I rose from the flames. I'm still standing
After everything I've been through, every wound, every battle made me stronger than you knew. I was broken, I was tested, but I never lost my fight. I turned my darkest moments into a reason to shine. I'm still standing.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
They judged the chapter but never read the book. Only saw the surface, never saw what it took. They didn't see the sacrifices I made, the dreams I protected, the price that I paid. I had to learn that pain doesn't last forever, that storms don't destroy you, they make you better. The same road that almost made me quit was the road that taught me I was built for this. I stopped looking for approval from people who left, started believing in the person I had. I became my own voice when nobody listened. I became my own light when the world went missing. I'm not perfect, I'm human. I carry my scars, but those scars remind me how far I've come from the dark. Every failure was a lesson, every loss was a guide. Every time I fell down, I learned how to rise.
So if you see me winning, know I paid the cost. You don't know the battles, you don't know the loss. You see the strength, but you miss the pain. You see the sunshine, but never the rain. I fought battles nobody knew existed, held on to hope when my heart resisted. I didn't survive because life was easy, I survived because I refused to leave me. I'm still standing after all the damage done. I'm the proof that the broken can become someone strong. You can throw your storms at me, you can try to knock me down, but every time I hit the ground, I come back stronger now. I'm still standing, and I'm never backing down. The scars are real, the journey was hard, but I'm still here. And that's the victory.